two former champions at Bells Beach. And Carissa Moore's successful return to the championship tour has been fun to watch. This is, of course, a Hydrolite heat to watch. Such an unbelievable list of surfers. Here goes Carissa Moore, the veteran, back on the CT, and this one's going to run away without her. The surfers both sitting pretty deep at the moment.
Yeah, that was priority set now for this heat. Carissa taking off on that wave, so instantly hands priority to Isabella Nichols, so she will be in the box seat to put the first decent number on the board. As we see her just having a look at this little insider one, Ronnie.
Yeah, loading up. She's looking sharper and alive and ready to ignite here at Winky. And it's a nice drift on the tail. Clean combination in a short amount of space here. So under priority, taking a chance on a smaller ride and converting is going to be a good score. Showing
the family. They've been in the water, they've been surfing, they've been trekking up and down the Great Ocean Road as we look at the replay here. So Carissa, just a clean snap and then the closeout re-entry. And as you mentioned, Ronnie, a little bit of fin drift. Just gets the tail free for a very fast moment, but does well to generate a lot of speed.
Keeping it light and keeping it fun. And here she goes.
Yeah, she's been gifted ultimate perspective with the arrival of her first child, and she is now taking off, trying to solidify that #1 position here at the moment. What a combination on a waist-high wave. Carissa shows her strength and just how in tune she is at the moment.
Maybe a mistake here for Isabella Nichols, letting Carissa go on there. She's going to make her pay. Drives down the line, stays nice and low. Goes for the little layback snap with the flare. A little adjustment snap here on the second turn, and again, almost a repeat of the opening manoeuvre. But watch the compression, the lower body and the extension here. So drives into the turn, and then the full weight adjustment from front foot to back foot. And a little check snap for the second one, and then again this third one. See how low again, that back leg nice and tucked in.
And let's have a look at it again, Rich. What a beautiful ride.
Incredible looking wave. She drives down the line, picks the moment, gets the big open face carve with a little shimmy at the end of it. Beautiful snap on the second, and then the big closeout hammer, round things off. And the water angle here, you'll just see the tilt on the board. Really gets that heel side rail buried through that opening carve, and that transition from that second to third manoeuvre, just silky smooth. So you can see there, that back arm just bringing it down with the motion of that turn, holding the power all the way through it. That was a faster snap there. And the wave bottomed out underneath her, so she did well to reconnect with the fins and then get straight back up onto that closing manoeuvre.
It was the start and the finish that got her the score. It was an excellent wave, and she surfed it to an 8.5, and then Carissa, she got a decent number of her own. Similar, you know, and easy for the judges to make the comparisons there, and you can see why Isabella got more than a point on the spread there.
Yeah, the opening carve between the two surfers, I think Isabella's was a little longer. She held that rail line just for a split second more. Beautiful technique from Carissa here. Then she gets that second snap, very similar, where the wave drops out and then quickly gets up onto that final turn. But I feel like Isabella, now she just needs to wrap this up and make sure she doesn't get caught needing another wave. Carissa's going to start trying to build the veranda on the house.
Here she goes. Plenty of speed for this first turn, and it's a big one. Kicks hard on the tail a couple of times. Only trying to improve on a 5.83. I just love the venom in those strikes, Rich. Will certainly shake up the mindset, but a lot of speed in this first move.
Drives down the line. That's her trademark backhand snap that she does, and she does it so well, and comes her ability to coil up, get the layback snap, and then get straight back on that toe side rail. The speed in which that happens is remarkable.
The question is, how high will the judges be willing to go now that there's those bigger scores on the board? That's an unbelievable hit. So there'll be some credit for it, but I just think with a couple of big set waves rolling through, or bigger set waves rolling through in this heat, it's still just a warning for Isabella just to be careful what she passes up here with priority. But this is a no-brainer. This is a good-looking wave for the Queenslander. who rips into the first turn herself, has a whole lot of speed. She'll get down the line here and, just catches a hillside rail on her approach to the lip there. Second turn here.
Okay, drives down the line, gets that opening snap, does that well. And she had to get on the speed, and she just gets caught on the hillside rail. She tidies up with the final hit, but the judges will really notice this second turn. It's almost like she got caught between thinking, do I just do the one turn here? Yeah, just catches on the bottom turn.
A little wobble off the bottom, and these small mistakes you can be punished for. Carissa, though, caught one of those winky waves that we heard Lakey Peterson talking about earlier, that stretched out, and she didn't want to find herself chasing it down the line and getting on the wrong side of priority, so she's bailed out.
She's going to have a crack at it now.
Yeah, Carissa's managed to surf up some of these medium-sized waves, and Isabella's going to have to do it now herself. A huge opening move on her way. That's better timing, a huge combo, and she's only chasing a 4.74. Our feeling would be two former champs duking it out. This was a great correction from Isabella on this ride.
Oh, the pace of this wave just slowed up perfectly for her. Gave her all this open face to work with. 4 turns, connected right to the finish.
She's already got it, but on the outside, Carissa with a set here. And a clean carve to get started. What a heat. And the 3-time Bells champ being pushed, and she pushes back on the final section. A nice finish there for Carissa, trying to improve on a 6.07.
She knew at that point, by the time she'd done the third turn, she had the number. Carissa outside, a big, powerful snap to start off. We know she gets that second turn. I love this third one. So committed and powerful.
Carissa responded with a 7.9 as we see the IC score update there. It's not going to be enough for Carissa, but still a stunning return to the championship tour, despite the fact Isabella's marching on.
The thing with that final decision for Carissa was she was damned if she didn't, damned if she didn't. She actually knew that there was a 2-wave set. She identified that. She said the second wave of the set's better. And as the scores dropped, she actually got a better score than Isabella on that second ride. So she made the right choice waiting.